Casinos are escapist wonderlands engineered to dazzle the senses. From the moment you step in, you're overwhelmed by a setting of flashing lights, vibrant colors, and the ever-present thrill of hitting it big. Every detail from the layout of the games to the placement of the exits is carefully designed to immerse you, to make you lose track of time, or worse, the money you walked in with. But what if I told you that this same design philosophy, once reserved for the physical casino floors, has now become a blueprint for the digital world? As technology has evolved, the internet's biggest companies have borrowed the same psychological tricks, slowly turning the internet into a space where constant stimulation, unpredictable rewards, and attention-grabbing visuals reign supreme. In today's landscape, gamification is no longer just a buzzword. It's a business model. All of these companies aren't necessarily competing for your wallets, but for a more valuable commodity, your attention. And much like casinos, they have pushed the envelope on clever design to ensure that you are always hooked, chasing rewards that are always just out of reach. And while clever marketing and memorable branding are hailed as essential pieces of a successful business, the line between engagement and exploitation is blurring further with each passing day. At its most extreme, gamification crosses into what I will dub the casino-fication of the internet, where platforms are custom tailored to manipulate your senses into a continuous doom loop. As a result, we're facing a digital world that is more accessible than ever, yet filled with more smoke and mirrors to ensure that you are perpetually trapped chasing your desires, all part of a carefully crafted mirage of unattainable achievement. But before diving into the deep end, I think it's crucial to define gamification and see how it's leveraged, often beneficially, in our daily lives. At its core, gamification is the integration of game-like elements into non-game environments to boost engagement and motivate desired behaviors. Think point systems, leaderboards, or rewards, mechanisms that tap into our natural drive for collaboration, competition, and achievement. As a concept, it's incredibly powerful. While not essential to completing a given task, gamifying a behavior can completely transform how we experience it, turning tedious or overwhelming tasks into enjoyable, even addictive challenges. Fitness apps are a perfect example of this. Platforms like Strava leverage so many elements of gamification to incentivize users to engage more deeply with their fitness journeys. Leaderboards, team goals, and virtual rewards all help the platform build a sense of community, accountability, and friendly competition. A simple kudos from a fellow runner after a hard run adds an extra layer of satisfaction to an already healthy and rewarding habit. The same can be said for an app like Duolingo, which insists on gamification as their cornerstone for fostering learning consistency. Learning a language, an otherwise long-winded and often daunting journey, is able to be broken down into bite-sized chunks. Integrating with game-like elements like streaks, daily goals, and fun mini-games, the app is able to create a sense of short-term accomplishment, turning a tough skill into something that feels rewarding with each day you practice. I want to emphasize just how undeniable the benefits of gamification are in these contexts. These engaging features help simplify an otherwise overwhelming or slow-moving journey, whether that's training for a marathon or mastering a new language. As humans, we crave a feeling of growth and progress, but with goals that take months or even years to achieve, it's easy to lose sight of the gradual progress we make along the way. By introducing leaderboards, streaks, or rewards, we're reminded of our daily efforts and given moments to celebrate our progress, even if the end goal feels distant. But like all wholesome human pleasures, capitalism never fails to make sure that any magic is squeezed to its maximum potency until it's a toxic elixir, one that's highly profitable but deeply manipulative. While at its core, game-like elements make for more captivating experiences, they can also turn users into unwitting players of a hidden game, one designed to keep them hooked. This is where the dark side of gamification, or casino-fication, begins. Author Michael Esther describes a concept called the scarcity loop, a three-part system used by gambling companies to ensure users remain hooked. It revolves around three key elements: opportunity, unpredictable rewards, and quick repeatability. With all three elements integrated together, it creates quick cycles of dopamine release that allows users to be stuck playing these long-term games. Take a slot machine, for instance. The opportunity is obvious, the chance of hitting a jackpot for just a couple of bucks. The unpredictable rewards come in the form of the spinning reels, where you can almost see your lucrative fortunes aligning. And the quick repeatability? Just pull the lever or press a button to instantly reset the cycle, inviting you into another shot at making it to the promised land. What's most striking is that this scarcity loop is no longer just confined to the casino floor, but has found a new life in modern technology. The same principles that make slot machines so addictive are now baked into the very fabric of many digital platforms. It's not just gambling companies that leverage this psychology. Silicon Valley has taken notes too. These loops now take the shape of dark patterns, subtly guiding our behaviors in the background of everything from dating apps to social media. Let's start with dating apps. Dating online began as a simple way of connecting with a wider pool of potential partners in an effort to eventually find that one special offline connection. What started as text-only profiles evolved into a denser medium in photos. With the advancement of digital technology, users are now able to more simply assess compatibility or attractiveness. Yet, instead of leveraging this access to denser information to more efficiently create high-quality connections, it seems as if platforms like Tinder have managed to achieve the exact opposite. Dating apps have become a game of swiping, where each and every element has been carefully crafted to ensure you stay hooked in a scarcity loop. The opportunity is perhaps as human as you can get, finding love or intimacy. The unpredictable rewards arrive in the form of matches, random notifications that flood your screen with validation that someone finds you attractive. And the quick repeatability? Just keep swiping. A never-ending stream of potential matches awaits, quickly pulling you back into the next loop. The same tactics can be seen with social media. What started as a simple way to connect with a wider network of individuals online has evolved to become a much denser and evolved process, mimicking yet another scarcity game. Likes, comments, and followers have become a leaderboard for popularity, offering a dopamine hit every time our numbers tick upwards. What's more, the content we're fed is carefully crafted to keep us engaged, always hinting at something more right around the corner. The opportunity to laugh, learn, or feel connected, all universally human pleasures. The unpredictable rewards? You never know what the next post will bring. Maybe it's a funny meme, or maybe it's a profound message that will resonate for days. And again, quick repeatability, just one swipe or scroll to reset the cycle endlessly. The key difference, I feel, between gamification and casino-fication lies in the level of control, or lack thereof, that the user has over their involvement in the game. In apps like Strava or Duolingo, gamification enhances engagement with the behaviors that both the users and the platform see as positive. Users are aware of the game-like elements and possess the freedom to decide how much or little they participate. It's a handy tool for engagement, but one where the user remains firmly in control. Now contrast that with dating apps or social media platforms, where the game is not openly embraced, but rather subtly manipulated from behind the scenes. Users become players in a system that dangles false promises in front of them. Reward mechanisms driven by black box algorithms work invisibly to keep us engaged around the clock. Chronological feeds have long been abandoned in favor of content that's curated to prolong attention and create a sense of randomness that keeps us hooked on swiping. What's crucial to understand is that the objective of users are fundamentally at odds with those of the platform gatekeepers. As consumers, we seek connection, entertainment, or fulfillment, but these platforms aren't optimizing for your happiness. There's no money in that. Their real goal is to capture as much of your time and attention as possible, which means designing experiences that keep you in a state of near-miss satisfaction, endlessly swiping and scrolling in pursuit of a satisfying reward that always feels just out of reach. This manipulative design isn't just limited to recreational activities like dating or social media either. The gig economy also leverages dark patterns of gamification, using tactics like surge pricing, unpredictable bonuses, and stacked trips to lure drivers into working longer and harder without realizing they're being manipulated. Even financial apps like Robinhood employ these same casino-like techniques. Flashy visuals, rapid feedback, and the ease of quick trades encourages impulsive behavior, leading users to make more reckless investment decisions, like gambling on risky options with hard-earned money. And let's not forget corporate structures, where gamification is used to reinforce competition in a workplace. Every position rests firmly within a hierarchy, and the race to reach the next level becomes its own game, pitting employees against each other for promotions, rewards, or recognition. In the end, games offer a beautiful opportunity for escape, where your goals are aligned with the rules in a pursuit of some personal fulfillment. But when those same game mechanics are exploited to unknowingly structure your daily life, they can be twisted into a suffocating tool of manipulation, distorting your sense of control and progress. When every task feels like it's contributing to some invisible leaderboard of self-worth, the humanity of daily life quickly gets sucked away. Living as though our each and every action is part of a binary game where you can only be winning or losing creates a constricting view of our lives. Either you swipe left or you swipe right. You move up or you move down. Before long, this thinking leads to a feeling like we're trapped in some dystopian hamster wheel, where our lives are dumbed down to only their most profitable outputs. And while chasing these rewards, that fleeting sense of achievement is always followed by a craving for more, playing directly into the hands of these multi-billion-dollar companies. They've mastered the art of keeping us hooked, pushing us to keep playing their never-ending games. So while gamification is extraordinary for making the small progressions of life more engaging or rewarding, we need to remain cautious about how much value we place onto these game-like systems. There's a fine line between playing a game that truly improves our lives and getting sucked into an empty pursuit that disconnects us from what truly matters. So the next time you find yourself endlessly scrolling TikTok, checking your investment portfolio for the 10th time in a day, or swiping on a dating app, pause and ask yourself, are you actively choosing to engage in this behavior, or has your brain been subtly manipulated into pulling a cleverly designed casino lever? With this awareness in mind, we help ensure that we actively play the games we choose and avoid getting played by those we don't. Thank you. Thanks so much for watching. If you're new here, click on Homer's beautiful face to subscribe. I make new videos every Friday. Click on the last video if you missed it, and I hope you have a beautiful day.